Hello again. What did I just watch? Well, I watched a little video. I watch a lot of videos, don't I? I'm going to attach the link. And the title, In Wake of Orlando, Florida, Representative Alan Grayson revives efforts to implement assault weapons ban. And he's proposed a bill. And his bill is called Freedom from Fear Act. Well, does that include getting rid of Barack Hussein Obama? He talks about something that was implemented, and he says in 2000 to 2004, and then he says it was 10 years. I think there's a bit of a mistake there. And he says the sunset clause in that previous assault weapons ban, it had a sunset clause which again expired. Grayson feels that if that clause wouldn't have been there and if it wouldn't have expired, the Pulse tragedy would never have happened. Well, I don't know how he can say that. It might not happen the same way, but it probably would have still happened. The first thing that Representative Alan Grayson needs to define is the term assault weapon. And according to our military, you'd think they'd have a clue. Our military defines an assault weapon as a fully automatic weapon, not a semi-automatic weapon. And there's literally millions of semi-automatic weapons, hundreds of millions scattered throughout America. So again, the first problem that he has is he's a Democrat, he's ill-informed, he doesn't even know what the term assault weapon means. And again, that should be the first thing he should be looking at. Now, you folks might not know this, but certain states, Arizona being one of them, for $200 you can get a stamp, a tax stamp. And that tax stamp has never changed. I think it was initially introduced in 1934 when $200 was an awful lot of money. You could buy a car for $200 in 1934. Well, the tax stamp fee hasn't changed. And what it allows someone to do that passes the required background check and can come up with the $200, they get a tax stamp, which gives them certain advantages, if that's what you want to call it. They can purchase and use silencers, suppressors. They can purchase fully automatic weapons. Now, I'm not saying that that should be or shouldn't be. I'm just telling you what it is. I don't think we've ever had anyone with a tax stamp use either a semi-automatic or a fully automatic weapon, which is the true definition, according to the military, of an assault weapon. Again, the first thing that this Representative Alan Grayson needs to do is learn what the hell he's talking about. But being a typical Democrat, he's clueless. This is a knee-jerk reaction. And I'm betting that Grayson's going to run against little Marco. Yeah, Marco said he was going to go into private industry. He wasn't going to run again for the Senate. But I guess the prospects of flipping burgers, which is probably all he'd be good for, or hanging out at some fag club, wouldn't give him the kind of revenue stream he needs to support his family and his wife. Whereas being a senator seems to work well for him. What a complete jackass. They're all jackasses. The Senate, the House, needs a complete emptying. The swamp's got to be drained. But that's a different story. And this guy Grayson is nuts. Freedom from Fear Act. I'm afraid of Democrats. I'm afraid of some Republicans, like Senator John McCain, the songbird of the Hanoi Hilton, who received a presidential pardon from President Nixon, or Jeffrey the Flake Flake, who's a flake from Snowflake, Arizona. Worthless. Both worthless senators. But they're not alone. You got Harry Reid, you got Chuck Schumer, the list goes on and on and on, doesn't it? Watch the video. Listen to this jackass, Alan Grayson, spew his garbage. Thanks for listening.